Blessings upon you, stranger. May the word always resonate within your soul. What do you mean? Indeed, my child. I have served in the Horns of the South since I turned 20. So, it's now my 40th year in the service of Kai and this noble abode. As for the asylum, I only know as much as my brothers deem necessary to... So it's your word again. May Kai... Blessings of... What? I don't doubt it. We have many research teams there. Of course, our main area of interest is the Red Death. Each team keeps detailed records of their studies. We also have herbalists, researchers of the weirdness, keepers of druidic knowledge. In a word, everything that can be encompassed by the word. Because the Prophet teaches us to respect all knowledge. Ah, that repetition was Not much, unfortunately. I was sent to serve in the Horns of the South shortly after my ordination. I only know that many brothers dream of joining the research team working in the ruins. But I am surprised you know about them. The brothers wouldn't allow, well, a nobody. That's commendable. Keep it up. The Prophet values those who know their place in the world. Indeed, my child. I have served in the Horns of the South since I turned 20. As for the asylum, I only know as much as my brothers deem necessary to relay to me in their letters. I'm afraid that I simply cannot believe your blasphemy. So it's your word against the word. It's a sickness many of my brothers would call, and yet the weirdness, life, and that is what frightened. As prepared as any man, swords and fire will, but there is one. Well, the keep, and if it true, but so no. Certainly, Kai's blessings know no. Certainly. May Kai's word always guide.
Brother Raigan. Brother Raigan moves softly through the horns of the south, a man of faith in a fortress built for war. Not a keeper himself, he walks the keep's cold halls like a ghost, speaking softly of the faith to those who bother to listen. His mission is simple: spread the word, offer solace, and ask no question about the clang of the steel or the blood spilled in the name of the duty. Yet his thoughts often stray to the island asylum, to the letters that whispers of dark places and darker deeds. He prays for those who suffer in the silence and wonders how long his faith will hold against the weight of the truth. better left unspoken. I know this character is not that easy to categorize good or evil. Comfort, Sirja, and Brother Right.
Oi, friend. A question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's good to see a new face in this sad hole. Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened? Oh, not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe? Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you. Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you. Yeah, after we lost 2 squads trying to take back the All-Mother's Temple from the Dalrita, our captain decided that nobody leaves the Horns. Then, he shut himself in his office, without leaving us any orders. Virgus is trying to keep the lads occupied, but... just look around. Half of the people here are losing their minds, and the rest are losing their wages on drink. Sometimes I wonder, how many things can go wrong at the same time. They say that misery loves company, but here, it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, we started hearing that the weirdness was spreading near Grubwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Because... Oh! Of course, those pins, but, well, either way... Yeah, after we lost 2 squads trying to take back the All-Mother's Temple from the Dalrita, our captain decided that nobody leaves the Horns. Then, he shut himself in his hall. Virgus is trying to keep the lads occupied. Sometimes, like we've done first, desperate people. It took a lot of our... Then, the Dalrita tribes took over the All-Mother's Temple. And after that, the supply chains from Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We've started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows? Yes, that damn forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. But now, I've heard it's an entirely different level of crazy. They say that some men here started going dark up north. With that, the weirdness started moving. And when the weirdness gets here, well, we're fucked. But you know that. Every child has heard the stories. Truth be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villagers started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or raids, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So they banded together and started raiding whatever was left. Then they turned to killing each other. They're like rabid wolves. Too bad they're here now too. That's... I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the Forlorn Swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. A couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fighting with them. One bad thing, we aren't either. I heard that Dew fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything. Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to have. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it. There's just not enough of them to go around. And now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either. Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I'd pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two. If you're willing to learn, that is. Fair thought. Truth is, I don't really need an apprentice. But if you're keen to learn, the real payment's in the skills. A trade like this will serve you better than any coin I could. Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of... You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemist. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made.
Oh, a new face. It's always nice to see someone new here. Welcome, welcome. Why didn't I notice you earlier? Yes, my apologies. Ever since breakfast today, I've been sort of lost in thought. I keep thinking of my dear mother's cooking, especially her famous pie. You see, all we got here is venison and fish. Venison, then fish. And then fish, fish, and more fish. I can live with all the bullshit that's thrown at us soldiers. But the longer I live, the more I realize there's not much to live for, except food. And I'd kill for a slice of that pie. As if it were that easy. And Rorik, the one we have here, well, he says we're soldiers, so we can stick our complaints up our asses. Really? Sure, I remember it well. Here you go.
You're the reason they put me here. You just wait until they let me out. I'll beat you so hard your own mother won't recognize you. Come a little closer so I can spit in your face. Nobody asked your opinion. I drink 'cause I want to. I drink 'cause guarding that empty gate is the most boring shit in the world. What's it to you? Maybe I was drunk, but the gate was guarded. It's not your damn pin, I wouldn't even let you in. But all is not lost. We can still be friends. Listen, just pour something delicious down my throat, huh? And I'll forget this insult. I'm not guarding the gate right this second, am I? Come on, don't be... Oi, that's for me to decide. If you don't... Me a throw past... You just... Nobody asked your opinion. I drink 'cause I want it, maybe. But I'm not... I knew it, my friend. I knew we could get along. Oh, delicious. You're the best, you know. Ah.
Welcome! In the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables, I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking the bounty board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business. That's correct. My name is Killian. I was sent here from the capital to see how the Horns of the South are handling the bandit problem, and also to encourage the Keepers to fight. The situation with the Pict and Del Rita savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did the Druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on our hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin. There are rumors that the Rita tribes want to unite, and that would mean open war with Camelot. As for those Pict savages, they've been growing bold, leaving their forest. For now, it's just been small skirmishes. But who knows how it would end? Well, you've probably heard about the Druids making human sacrifices by stuffing people into wicker puppets and setting them on fire. Well, the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They rounded them all up and then sent them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I couldn't see it. Yep, made human sacrifices, prayed to the dark gods, brought the weirdness back. Bunch of bastards. Good thing they're worm food now. Most of them, the survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods, and one of them is rumored to be hiding in the Horns area. But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him? His name was Slaudyard. He was lurking near Blood Lake, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he would fish them out and use his magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly, he started needing some fresher corpses, so he slaughtered one of the keepers. The Horns organized a manhunt. They found him and sentenced him to death. People say that the moment his body touched the surface of Blood Lake, the water turned red and it's been scarred since that day. Some say that Slaudyard came back from the dead and seeks revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons. I don't really have much more to tell. It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's putting it mildly. The Witch Morgaine would have been burnt at the stake long ago if everyone weren't so afraid of her. And then we have the commoners who seem to keep forgetting their place, and loudly demanding changes. Everything is falling apart. None so far. The keepers don't want to risk being turned into pincushions for a mere 10 gold pieces. Besides, the captain banned them from leaving the Horns of the South without a good reason. Too many bandits and not enough keepers. Well, Camelot would send a group of knights with Sir Galahad at the head, and he's not interested in half measures. He'd probably burn down half the garrison, or hang them. He's done both. By the way, did you know that people who are hanged rarely die from strangulation? Usually the sudden jolt causes the backbone to snap, which separates the head from the body. A while ago I saw someone hanged in the village, and it's true. One snap, and it's done. No matter what you say about him, he's very efficient. Brutal, even by my standards, but efficient. Oh, sure, plenty. Did you know that apparently if you cut off someone's head, they don't die straight away, but remain conscious for a few moments? If someone dies in a damp, closed-off space, sometimes, but very rarely, their body creates a thin layer of wax on the surface of the skin. I heard that a body decomposes in water 4 times faster than on land. I need to think. If I remember anything, I'll let you know. Oh, hey, before you go, I can see the blood loss in your eyes, you know. It takes one to know one. So here's some friendly advice, free of charge.
Bounty. The head of fingerless comb. Wanted. The head of fingerless comb, last seen near the east gate. Notable features: missing fingers on the left hand. Fingerless comb is wanted for countless crimes against the people of Camelot, including treason, murder, and robbery. He leads a group of outlaws known as Comb Dozen. Hey, Combs Dozen! Killian, Camelot's representative. Shh.
Hey, tell me, can you read? Listen, I'm no good with words. Could you read me a letter from my sister? She's learning how to read and write. Can you believe it? She writes letters to me. I'm so proud of her. They always make fun of me for not knowing how to read. And Enid is still learning. I don't want them to make stupid jokes about her if it's bad. I know our village is in the arse end of nowhere, but it's not our fault no one ever gave a shit about it. At least now things are changing. Maybe my sister will have a better future, eh? Ah, thanks. Here's the letter.
Later from a keeper's sister. Brother, it ain't good news, sorry. Few priests came, they wanted to take mom and some other folks because of the plague. Our father and some other men did not agree. There was a fight and father got killed. Now I'm taking care of mother. She's feeling more and more weak. We don't know if the priests are going to come back or what. It's hard, but she asked me to send her love and tell you to keep going and do good stuff because it's the most important thing. It's me and it. I'm praying for you. एक बार मिल जाए ये रेड कीपर्स जितने भी दिखेंगे उतने उड़ा दूंगा. रेड प्रीस्ट्स.
And what did it say? Everyone's healthy? No, you must have misunderstood something. What do I do now? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I should go back to him, right? I guess. I guess that's true. Yes. Excuse me. I need to be alone. Hey. Listen, she's... Ah. No, you must... What do I do? I should go back... I don't know. Sorry. Hey. Ah. Huh. You know what? Yes. Hey. Which? The old... Ah.
Are you here to keep me company or put me out of my misery? Just kidding. Love the view, but this weather is killing me. Always windy. Always moist. You don't say. I didn't choose to be here. Our beloved quartermaster sent me to freeze my arse off. He said as punishment for spitting on the good name of the keepers, whatever the hell that means. I just got drunk in the tavern and lost half my pay, and maybe some of my clothes. But I mean, why would he even care? It was my gold. I can spend it how I... Oh, aye, I need a warm coat, and I mean the absolute warmest coat you can get, huh? Osprey might have something in stock or know how to make one. I'd ask myself, but he's not exactly speaking with me these days. Stupid. That's what I was. I may or may not have commented on our blacksmith's skill. I gave him a blade to sharpen, and when I got it back, it was still dull. Osprey swore he did his job properly. I said he's getting old, and so on and so forth, until it turned out that my mate had played a trick on me, swapped my sword with another one that was as dull as a stump. I tried to make amends with Osprey, but the old man's pride is as stiff as his steel. Can't say I blame him. Now, here I am, frozen to the bone and in need of a hand. You got one to spare? Oh, come on, can't you see I'm freezing? Who in their right mind orders someone with bad joints to patrol the walls in this kind of way? Thanks.
Please, state your business. Really? You fought bandits and killed them? Oh, I want to hear all the details. Here's your reward, but promise you'll tell me everything. Again? You really like killing, don't you? Do you shoot them with arrows from afar? Or do you prefer to get right up close and watch the light fade from their eyes? I have so many questions, but for now, here's your... Oh, someone finally checked out the notices I was posting on the board. That's the carcass of Fingerless Comb, isn't it? They've been hunting him for the slaughter of 2 keepers, and now they finally got him. Well, you have. Here's your reward. Go chop off some heads. Go, the hunter waits.
As emissary from the Camelot, Killian is a small, weary man with the nervous energy of a rabbit, splashed with the bloodlust of a butcher. Sent to the horns of the south to monitor the bandit problem, he masks his fascination with the violence behind the dry duties of the clerk. He is the furthest thing from a fighter, yet tales of carnage light a spark in his otherwise dull existence. Killian's eyes gleam excitedly when a bounty hunter brings proof of the fresh kill. He listens eagerly, savoring each grisly detail like a fine meal. In his mind, he is part of the action, reveling in blood and chaos without ever having to dirty his own hands.
All mother's tits. I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them. Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here. But I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me. Straight to the point, huh? Don't worry, I'll pay you. And who knows, you might even get a discount on my wares. I just need you to go to Brandon and find out why that slime ball is pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting with his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already. Right. What was I thinking? You wouldn't. You're new here, right? Shit. There's something going on, you know? They don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now. Then suddenly I found myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even to set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out either. Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything. Name's Orla. I'm a merchant. Or I try to be, when my business isn't being held hostage by a bunch of idiots who seem to be terrified of women. What was I thinking when I decided to leave Timberwall? Should have stayed there. You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you're rich and extravagant too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. The same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is if you like living with a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah. Now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place. I have no home in Timberwall. Well, we have an estate, but it hasn't felt like home for a long time. I feel like every time I go back, I recognize it less and less. The people are getting greedier and more desperate by the day. Business is slow, I'm not gonna lie. With the weirdness creeping in from the north and bandits everywhere, trade's just not as profitable as it used to be. But, I don't know. Being a merchant from Timberwall used to mean craftiness, taking risks, looking for opportunities. Now, they only care about keeping their heads down and preserving their fortunes. Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them. Oh, love, plenty. And almost none of them happy. I'll never forget the first time we stumbled upon a place after a cloud of the weirdness oozed through. It was a small settlement, just a few houses. There was this odd, bitter taste in the air. The place was completely abandoned. Or so we thought, until we started finding them, one by one. A man who tried to chop off his legs after they started sprouting antlers. Another one who gouged his eyes out so he wouldn't have to look at his child melting into the floor. A woman in the farthest corner of the settlement managed to stab herself in the heart before it got to her. I almost dropped it all and ran back to Timberwall that day. I'm still not sure why I didn't. I guess giving up just isn't in my nature. You do realize you won't score any points with the Keepers by helping me, right? Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it takes to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rulebook. There's a woman from the tribes called Nest. She's my supplier. At least, I think she's still working for me. I haven't heard from her in a while. and she was supposed to bring me some really precious cargo. Something the captain wanted me to arrange. You still up for an adventure, hmm? That's between me and Captain Brandon. Secrets of the trade and so on. If you hire me to arrange something, that'd be between you and me. And that's only if you decide to share this kind of information. My guess, and it's only a guess, is that at some point she must have been somewhere around the bay. That beach near the whale's tooth. Rumor has it that Bromar No-Face and his thugs are fond of that place, which wouldn't be good news for Nest. You'll get paid, of course. Just let me know what happened. And bring back the cargo, if she still has it. Keep your head down and your purse tighter.
Ah, look who is. It's the best of my friends. Oh, thank you for your support back there in the stocks. All is forgiven. If you find anything delicious, you know where to find me, eh? Oh, peaceful, dull, windy. I've served here for 20 years and nothing's changed. Oh, except for the lockdown. That's something new. Well, nobody gets in and no... Oh, but you have this thingy. Just don't forget about ye old keeper. Me. I mean, me. Ah, oh. Oh. Yeah, so get me started. I grew up inland in Blightweed. It's a backwater, but at least it's dry and not as windy. Ah, but there's one good thing about Blightweed. Yeah, root water. The best moonshine on Avalon. Aye, we had some good times, me and Root Ward, but one day my parents just dropped me here. I don't remember how it happens, I just woke up with a huge hangover, but they kept me. The keepers, I mean. Keepers. So, I pulled myself together, you know. Now I've got a good life here in the Orns of the South. I've got an important job, yeah? Guarding the gate. But I do miss home sometimes. And the moonshine. We had some special roots there for root water. I tried to find it in the woods nearby, but I guess it just doesn't grow here. Oh, should you ever be in the area, go to the tavern and try the moonshine. Oh, and gather some roots so you can make more. Just don't forget. Well, we got 2 lighthouses that look kinda like horns, you know? Well, hence the name. Well, there's me and the rest of the guys. Technically, the captain is in charge, but in truth, it's the core master who keeps an eye on. And then there's the village. We keep the old and wounded there, and a bunch of beggars who claim they escaped from bandits. Useless scum, if you ask me. Oh, yeah. Yeah? I don't care about that damn toothpick. The Quartermaster jerks off every Arthurian legend. So we might as well. Pix and Dalraya, here, the guests. And they say I'm the.
Odran, a keeper of the south, though some might argue the only thing he truly guards is the bottom of his flask. Odran has stood at these gates for decades, watching the same winds howl through the same stone walls, filling his nights with drink and his days with indifference. He does his duty most of the times at least, but don't expect him to care much about orders, politics, or anything that doesn't come in with bottle. The world may change, rulers may rise and fall, but Odran remains, leaning against the gate, waiting for something worth sobering up for. Orleth. Orleth moves through life like a storm, restless, sharp, never quite settling. A merchant by trade, a survivor by necessity. She knows the value of the coin, but values knowledge even more. She came from Timberwell, but she does not call it home. Perhaps not truly. No place truly is. Too stubborn to bow, too shrewd to be fooled. She walks the edge of the law, an opportunity, chasing the next deal or advantage. If there's something to uncover, hidden beneath polite words and empty loyalties, Orleth will find it. She won't be afraid to use it.
You're back. Well, off you go.
I like it when things are quiet.
you back!
Stay out of my way. That's between her and the captain. Were it up to me, she'd be long gone. Her presence here distracts me.
You need something? You all right, newbie? Have you been to see the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage. Hey, what a mess. Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. Not long ago, though, Cole started acting very strange, erratic, sometimes even aggressive. One of our keepers, old Mahon, tried to calm him down. He might have used too much force, and Cole felt compelled to defend himself. He bit old Mahon. And since then, the old fool has been lying in the infirmary. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. They shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage. Wait, if you ever meet Patrice, please give her those flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I support her and the other refugees. And I'm sure there are more of us who do.
Good to see you again. The pledge today was very interesting, wasn't it? The certainty in Quartermaster Aymer's voice. Beautiful. Makes one eager to start work. Huh? Ah, yeah. So, what do you need this time? The pass again? Are we planning a trip to the Stale Lamb? Hey, not this time, my friend. I've run out of ink. I'm waiting for a delivery. Steward Orla will let me know when more arrives. In the meantime, I need to ask you for a favor. So, you in? For the sake... Orla. I'm sure I'm not mistaken. Anyway, about that favor I asked of you. I guess you still haven't sobered up, huh? The Stale Lamb. You know, the tavern in the village below the keep. It's run truly a great place. I hope they're not planning to close it down. Oh, they wouldn't. Just as we agreed. I appreciate that you remember. Holding one's tongue is the key. You do know it needs to stay between us. Do you understand? Say you understand.